Hello, it's me, Matty, for LFC Transfer Room. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at 3 key battles that are going to take place for our upcoming fixture at home to Brighton on Wednesday evening. Starting off, looking at the battle between Neal Maupay and the second best standing centre-half in the world, Jordan Henderson. Neal Maupay has started 17 games leading the line for Brighton this season, retaining 7 goals, 3 of which from the penalty spot and 1 assist. Maupay is mainly instructed to stay central to Brighton's attacks. This means the Frenchman will pin the opponent's back line most of the time, rather than dropping freely alongside the midfielders. The objective is to allow the wingers to tuck inside and play in between the lines. However, he will also drop back on some occasions, but this is mainly when Graham Potter sets his attacking line with 2 strikers. When lined up with 2 attackers, as you can see with the image on the screen, his attacking partner will pin the backline while Maupay will drop into space between the lines, waiting for the through ball over the top to pounce onto with his electric pace. Maupay's dropping in and out also serves another purpose. Similar to the style we see from Bobby Firmino, where he will drag defenders out of position, Maupay does do the same as well. This will then generate spaces for players such as Connolly to get in behind, similar to the way Liverpool play with Mané and Salah. Pace is one of the main things that Maupay has at his disposal. However, it's not all about the pace with him. Maupay will often find himself playing on the defender's blind spot for through balls, crosses and corners. This is because the defender is mainly concentrating on the ball, which allows Maupay to sneak in behind should the defence make an error and pounce on the mistake. This can pose very dangerous against Liverpool. With the lack of pace due to the absence of Virgil van Dijk and our makeshift defence, this is something that Brighton and Maupay will probably be looking to pounce on Wednesday evening. Jordan Henderson has found himself playing centre-half for the Reds in recent weeks, as the Reds struggle with yet more injuries. Against Brighton, Jordan Henderson looks to be lined up against one of the kids, given the recent injury to Fabinho Tavares. In the games Henderson has played at centre-half for the Reds this season, he has been absolutely flawless, not being dribbled past once in the process. Defensively this season, Jordan Henderson has won 19 tackles, giving him a win rate of 63%. With 60% of his aerial duels won, and 53% of all duels won, he has also completed 21 clearances. Henderson has looked solid at the back for the Reds and arguably given man of the match performance against Spurs last week. Another advantage of Henderson's at the back is his array of passing, with 1,390 passes attempted this season with a return of 87%. Henderson attempts on average 95 passes per game. This range of passing is something that the Reds have missed with the absence of Virgil van Dijk. Managing to keep Maupay and his pace quiet will be a tough ask for Jordan Henderson in this game. However, I feel the Reds will be too solid on the attacking front for Maupay to even get going in this game. Next up, we have José Bissouma against Thiago Alcantara. In this key area, we're mainly going to be looking at possession and pass accuracy from the 2 midfield maestros, José Bissouma and Thiago Alcantara. So often games are won and lost in midfield, so this could pose to be the key battle for the whole game on Wednesday evening. Although Brighton play a very fluid system, they tend to line up with 5 at the back with Bissouma and Ben White just in front of that. This is very similar to Thiago's role in the current Liverpool system that has been deployed in recent games. Bissouma is robust, intelligent and technical, very similar to the style of play of that of Thiago Alcantara, looking to recycle possession and be the link between defence and attack within the heart of the Brighton midfield. Thiago does tend to have more of an eye for a cutting-edge pass, often fooling the opponents and splitting the teams open and being the main source of defence to attack for Liverpool. Bissouma, however, does tend to focus more on cross-field passes to the wings to play into Brighton's system of the wingers being the main source of attack, very similar to that of Liverpool. On occasion, Bissouma will look for that cutting-edge pass over the top for Maupay, but like I touched on earlier, this is all dependent on whether Potter lines up with 2 leading the attack. When Bissouma does try these balls, it's very effective, especially against teams leading the high line. Bissouma is a very strong dribbler like Thiago, but one thing he does outshine Thiago on is pace. He will often use quick bursts of pace to find his way through the midfield to find a pass better suited to lead a counter-attack. If he does manage to break forward and can't find a pass, Bissouma isn't scared to shoot, and we've seen several times in the Premier League since he arrived that he has an absolute rocket of a left foot. This is something we're yet to see from Thiago in a red shirt, as he tends to try and dribble into the box and use moments of magic to try and score a goal. Comparing numbers, Bissouma has attempted 800 passes this season with 692 completed, giving him a pass accuracy of 87% in his 16 games and 1 sub-appearance for Brighton in the 2020-2021 campaign. Thiago, on the other hand, in just 5 games and 2 sub-appearances, has attempted 509 passes, completing 455, giving him a pass accuracy of 89%. World class is the word we're looking for to have them numbers in that amount of games. Thiago's greatest strength, aside from his phenomenal array of passing, is his ability to retain possession under pressure. The ball almost sticks to Thiago like glue, weaving in and out of defenders as he looks for that killer pass that nobody saw coming. Arguably one of the most technically gifted footballers in the game, he makes any task seem effortless on the football pitch. Thiago is Liverpool's midfield general. His ability to read the game and dictate what happens next is unbelievable. It's no surprise his heat map looks like the one shown. He is absolutely everywhere and ultimately controls the whole game when he's on the pitch. In last season's Bundesliga, Thiago averaged 3 dribbles, 74.9 passes and 6.2 long balls per game, whilst maintaining a passing accuracy of 90.5%. Adding to that, Thiago is rock solid defensively as well, only being dispossessed 0.8 times per game last season in the Bundesliga. This could come in key as Liverpool look to stop Brighton on Wednesday evening. Both players often pull off moments of sublime trickery whilst in the game, making it very easy on the eye to watch. This sets to be a battle of 2 of the most technically gifted midfielders the Premier League has to offer. However, I do feel Thiago will just edge this one. Given how good he has been this season and how well we know he can play, his best is still yet to come in a red shirt, and hopefully that best happens on Wednesday evening. And finally, we have the Egyptian king Mo Salah against Brighton's left wing back Dan Burn. Despite starting off at centre half, Burn has recently established himself as Brighton's left back of choice. Dan Burn is very comfortable moving the ball forward. He's made 10 key passes and had 9 successful dribbles in 14 starts for Brighton this season. Meanwhile, his 6'7" height are massive assets when out of possession. When the Seagulls need to defend narrow or on corners or drop into a back three, Burn tucks in effortlessly, and his height is a physical presence at all times. In 12 games this season, Burn has not made a single error leading to goal. This outlines just how good he is on the ball and just how good he is defensively as well as going forward. On the other hand though, he has only attempted 26 tackles with 14 coming off, on average just over 1 a game. This is definitely an area in which Mo Salah can look to exploit on Wednesday evening. Burn has also lost 45 duels this season, another area in which Mo Salah could look to capitalise on. His sheer strength on the ball and the ability to burst away from defenders at a rapid pace could provide key to Liverpool's goals against Brighton on Wednesday. Burn is a massive asset to Brighton going forward though, attempting on average 42 passes per game, having achieved 400 successful passes out of his 509 attempted this season, giving him a success rate of 79%. However, I can't see Graham Potter giving Burn the freedom to get forward that much against the current Premier League champions. The key for Mo Salah to get the better of Dan Burn in this game will simply be to keep the ball on the floor. Dan Burn has won 36 out of 53 aerial duels this season, which is no surprise given his 6'7" height. He is an absolute rock in the air. On the other hand though, Mo Salah will absolutely love coming up against a defender like this. Someone he can knock the ball past, show his trickery, show some strength on the ball and simply just keep the ball on the floor and show the world just how good he actually is. Seeing that Dan Burn has only made 14 successful tackles all season should have Mo Salah rubbing his hands at the thought of coming up against him as he looks to add to his already impressive collection of goals this season, despite the striker having an off season according to some. Ultimately, if Mo Salah is in the mood to score goals, I feel like this is where the game will be won for the Reds. I don't feel as though Dan Burn has it in his locker to be able to stop the Egyptian in his tracks as he looks to surge to the Premier League Golden Boot once more. And that's it. 3 key battles where the game can be won and lost against Brighton on Wednesday evening. Let me know who you think comes out on top in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the LFC Transfer Room channel and hit that notification bell for notifications every single time we upload. I've been Matty for LFC Transfer Room, and thank you for watching.